Hello, good evening, everybody. We are now live. Wow, we already have 34 viewers. This is amazing. Thank you guys for showing up this Friday evening. As you know, we are on week 3 of our fast track to online freelancing webinar series. Oh, why can't we? Can you guys see the entire screen? Let me just check here. Let me just make sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just my browser. Anyway, yes, we are here. We are week 3 of our fast track to online freelancing training. Today we're talking about how to get a client even without experience. So I'm very, very excited for you guys. I see that so many of you guys are already excited, and that's just amazing. That's just amazing. Well, before I greet everyone, we have so many people here already. This is 84 people. Great, this is great. Now, once again, just reminding you that you can get the free Freelancing Toolkit, and this is going to include your getting started checklist, pros and cons of freelancing, and everything we talked about in this 4-week free webinar training. To do this, you have to attend all 4 weeks. And just share this, hit the share button. Please share this with other people, even though they haven't attended the other weeks. They'll still find value in this week's training. We're talking about how to get a client. So even if they haven't attended the other trainings, they can still find value in this. So please share this, and we'll also and let me know that you shared it, and we'll also make sure to get this over to you once you're also done, even if you haven't attended the other trainings. I mean, it's great to share this information with others. Also, you'll get a certificate of completion. I know there are some of you who are concerned that you didn't attend the other weeks, but it's okay. We will do this again, probably sometime January or February next year. We'll do this again, so you can attend that, and be sure to attend all 4 sessions so you can get your certificate of completion. Okay, so oh yes, there's the coverage, but just showing you that here, reminding you of your freelancing toolkit and the certificate of completion. Wow, we already have 100 plus people watching. We already have 100 plus people. Let me try to open the comments here on my computer, and just give me one moment here. Okay, oh there, yeah, I can see it. Hello, good evening, Rika, Fricks. I can't read everyone, this is just too many people, but everyone who's watching, and you can share where you're watching from, just to find other people. Maybe there are a lot of other people in your city, you just aren't aware of it. So, Sheridan, Ruth, watching from Baguio City, from Surigao, si May, yes, excited. Daming tao, excited, 122 people already. Lucy, watching from Cavite, great, this is amazing stuff. Once again, just reviewing yung coverage natin, is the 4-week training coverage, fast track your online freelancing. We already talked about the intro to online freelancing. We talked about the skills you can offer. So this we talked about last week. Week 3, we talked about, we're going to talk about this today. We're in week 3 right now, so we're going to talk about how to get your first client even without experience. And then next week, we're taking a break. Okay, next week, we're taking a break, and we're going to be back on November 9. Okay, so next week, we won't have a session, reminding everybody. Next week, no session. We're coming back on November 9. And on November 9, we're going week 4, handling client interviews. All right, so we talked about this before. Just to review, just a quick review. We'll just spend a few minutes here. What is online freelancing? We learned about the truths versus the myths in online freelancing, the tools that you need, which is a computer and internet, right? And your clients, as well as if you need perfect English to be a freelancer, you don't need perfect English. You just need to be able to communicate with your clients, with potential clients, and be able to understand yung mga instructions nila. Week 2. Last week, we talked about a niche, the different skills that you can offer clients. We talked about your rates, how much yung starting rate, and we usually mga $5 per hour, $3 to $5 per hour. What if you're not a techie, which isn't a problem, and how to build a portfolio. If you remember, I showed you yung photographer an example, right? Remember that example where a photographer has to have a portfolio to prove to their potential clients, to their potential customers, that they can do the job. Same din sa online freelancing. You need to have a portfolio to show proof lang na you can do the job. Okay, and this is today. Today we're going to talk about how to get your first client even without experience. So, very excited. We're talking about where you can find online jobs. Saan ka makahanap ng online jobs? Is it really getting competitive online? Is it getting, I guess the question here is it getting too competitive for you? That's the important question. That's what we care about. Next, how do you create a profile that stands out? We're also covering how do you write a cover letter and the common mistakes when writing a cover letter. Next week, we're talking about handling client interviews, how to prepare for interviews using power words and scripts to appear confident, how you receive payments from online clients, and common scams and how to avoid them. So of course, you don't want to miss week 4. We're also going to talk about what do you do next to get to your online freelancing career. Okay, so once again, just a reminder, please share this with other people. I'd love it if you shared it, and this is great information, and you can get the Freelancing Toolkit and the first certificate of completion for those that are consistent, for those that have been attending these sessions. Okay, so this is our coverage for today. We're going to be going over my questions, then we're going to be answering your questions as well. So don't forget to ask your questions. If you do have any questions, I'll go back to them. We will stop at several points during the session to answer your questions. Okay, let me just see if we have existing questions, because this is the coverage. So parang you'll be able to create your questions around this coverage. Okay, let me just see if we have questions here. Wala pang questions. Okay, good evening everybody. Good evening. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Inuman akong gabi. Okay, so are you ready? Are you guys ready to get started and learn all those things that I showed you in the coverage? Who's with me? Who's ready? Say that you're ready. I want you guys to say that you're ready, and just get you guys excited for getting your client. If you don't have a client yet, if you're still looking for a client, you've already learned a little bit about freelancing, and you want to get your first client, I want you to be excited to get your first client. If you already have clients, then you'll still learn your best practices here so you can get more clients. So it might be not your first client, but your second or your third or your fifth or your 10th client, but you'll still learn a lot from this session. Ayan, ready. See Ezra, Margie, Holly, Lee, Marielle, Randy, John, Red. Okay, you guys are ready. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. Okay. So, the first question, the first thing that we're talking about today, where do you get online freelancing jobs? Okay, where do you get online? And we get asked this a lot, diba? In the Facebook group, sa email, sa Facebook chat, saan ako makakahanap ng online jobs? So many people ask this question. That's what we're answering today. That's what we're going to answer first, right now. So, where do you find or where do you get online jobs? Well, there are two main categories or two main places. I'm just seeing where my hand is. Two main places where you can get online jobs. The first is freelance platforms. That's the first place where you can get online jobs. And the second is with direct clients. And we'll talk about each of these more in detail over here. So, but these are the two. Freelance platforms and with direct clients. Okay, so first of all, freelance platforms. What are freelance platforms? Well, freelance platforms are where clients or companies post jobs looking for freelancers. So as we see here, may mga companies talaga naghahanap ng mga freelancers. These are the companies that are looking to hire people, looking to hire you. And itong mga freelance platforms, this is where they post the jobs, post the projects, where they say they need somebody, and they're willing to pay somebody to do some specific work. Anong mga work na yun? Well, we talked about that last week, diba? Yung mga skills, the different skills that you can learn and the different skills that you can offer clients. But the freelance platforms are where you're going to find itong mga job posts. Also, the freelance platforms are where freelancers post their profiles looking for jobs. Itong mga profile, this is like your CV or your resume. So the freelancers, tayo mga freelancers, this is where we post our profiles looking for jobs. And these clients, these companies, they can see all these different profiles. So they're right now, like right now watching, there are 200 of us watching live right now. They can see these 200 different profiles on the freelance platforms. Okay, so just to illustrate it for you, I have this realistic rendition. I know it looks very realistic. Ganda, no? So the client, and you can tell he's a client kasi he has a hat, may hat siya. He says, I need something done. What is this something? I need transcription done. I need a logo. I need somebody to answer the phones. I need somebody to reply to my emails. I need somebody to post on social media. So the clients or the companies will be posting on the freelance platform that they need something done, and they're willing to pay somebody. They're willing to pay a freelancer to get the job done. And you are the freelancer, diba? And you can tell a freelancer kasi may laptop siya. Will say, I need work, diba? So on one hand, I'm just looking at the screen. On one hand, we have the client. On the other hand, we have the freelancer. And normally, the client doesn't know. They say, I need something done. And then they don't know where to find somebody to get the job done. If you can hear, diba, medyo ingay dito. Sorry guys. We're having may problems sa toilet namin, right? And that's why there's something, they're fixing the bathroom. But we had a problem. I needed something done. I needed some work done dito sa toilet namin. And at first, I didn't really know any plumbers. Personally, I don't know any plumbers. Pero I had to go somewhere. I had to go to Google Maps to search for a plumber. And I also asked around to search for a plumber. But in a lot of cases, itong mga clients, they say, I need a logo done. Or companies, I need a logo done. But I don't know where to find somebody to make a logo. Especially yung mga hindi tech savvy. Diba? Marami tayong mga business owners, mga small business owners na hindi tech savvy. They don't know how to search. So this is a big problem. And mga freelancers, ang dami nating freelancers who say, I need work, pero hindi ko alam saan ako makakahanap ng trabaho, diba? So we have this problem here. And that's where the platforms come in. You see, diba? Parang may bridge dito. This is a bridge, by the way. Bridge, itong mga, the steps on the bridge, and ito yung parang support niya. So the platform is the bridge between the client who needs something done and you. Like itong sa example natin, like which is happening right now. I was the client. I needed some plumbing work done. Yung platform, yung bridge was Google, and then we found somebody. But so online freelancing jobs specifically, itong mga different platforms, this is where clients can find you. Or ikaw, if you have a business, tapos naghahanap ka ng mga some people to work for you, specific skills, you use the platform to find them. Okay, I hope this illustration is clear. Is this clear for you guys, this illustration? Let me know if it is. Let me know if it isn't. If you need more explanation, I'd be happy, because I want you to really understand this concept here. Okay? So I'll check on your questions in a little bit, but just to let you know the features of online platforms. Okay? Mga online platforms, they're not just parang a place. They're not just like a place where you can find jobs, but they help clients and freelancers find one another, diba? They also provide tools to help with jobs and contracts. Kasi international to, di ba? When it, like right now, we're working with a plumber. He comes here sa bahay and then he does work. Pero when it comes to online freelancing, medyo mahirap yun kasi international kayo and you don't see each other face to face. So, itong mga online platforms, they provide the tools to help with the different jobs, with the different contracts, para smooth yung mga transactions. Yeah. They also provide payment protection. Okay, and this is very important. Itong payment protection, this is one of my favorite features sa online platforms. Okay. And what does it mean by what do I mean by payment protection? So, not a lot, but there are times kasi when there are scammers talaga everywhere. Even in the Philippines, even internationally, there are scammers. Number one, people who will, may mga clients na scammer who will ask freelancers to do work or sabihin nila you need to pay these fees and then they just disappear. Meron din mga freelancers na scammer who say, sir, I'll do this for you, down payment muna, and then they disappear. So payment protection is very important for both the client and the freelancer. May middleman kasi na who holds the money. Itong Upwork, or most common, Upwork and FreeUp, they both provide payment protection. What they do is, parang they hold the money muna, they hold the funds muna, and make sure that, number one, the freelancer does the work, number two, that the freelancer gets paid. So may security, may protection on both sides. So that's one of my favorite features of online platforms. But the thing is here, they charge a fee. Itong mga online platforms usually charge a fee. And ito yung usually yung reklamo sa mga freelancers. Kasi bakit ba ako magbabayad sa Upwork? Why does FreeUp they have a certain fee and they just pay you a fixed amount? Ganun. Or why does freelancer charge a certain amount? Because they provide these features. And gano'n naman talaga. They provide all of these for you, pero may fee. Usually, ang fees range between 5% to 20% of the contract price. So if you earn, let's say, $100, yung fee nila could be $5, $10, $20. Usually, nasa ganun na range. Okay, just to give you an example. And the more features that a platform provides, usually the higher the fee. Okay, of course there are exceptions to the rule, pero usually ganun yung rule. Kasi mas marami silang features, so higher yung fee. So what are the different online platforms? So these four are what we usually recommend sa mga bagong freelancers. There's FreeUp, there's Upwork, Hubstaff Talent, and onlinejobs.ph. Okay, so these are the four most common freelancing platforms that we recommend to other people. Okay, let me see if questions. Clear. Oh, yes. Ang cute ng stick figures. Well, Holly helped actually draw the stick figures. Interested? Yes, it is. Great. Here, good to hear na perfect yung drawing. Yeah, realistic talaga. Sayang naman, internet is slow. Realistic. Clear po. Sir, ask ko lang po sa mga bago and low profile na kagaya ko po, hindi po ba mag-fake ng mga data or info? Like for example, customer service ka hindi marunong or data encoder, or you need to learn first? Very good question. So si Yumi is asking if you should parang pretend to know skills. Tama ba yung question mo? So for example, sabihin mo na you know customer service kahit sabihin mo sa client na may experience ka sa customer service kahit wala ka pang experience. Tama ba yung pagkakaintindi sa question mo? If that's your question, then my answer to that is no. Don't pretend to know something that you don't. Don't lie. Kasi when you're doing that, you're lying. Don't lie to the client. Don't lie to the customer. Because if you're doing that and the client finds out, number one, if the client finds out, patay ka. Okay? Number two, I just don't think it's a good thing to do. What I would recommend siguro is, like you said, learn it first. Learn the skill muna. Okay, learn the skill. You can watch YouTube videos to learn more about it. You can enroll in courses like yung course namin, vabootcamp.ph. We teach a lot of the skills that will help you get started. So pag-aralan mo muna. Okay, enroll in courses or kahit watch YouTube videos. And when a client asks you if may experience ka, pwede mo naman sabihin sa client na, well, I don't have experience, wala akong experience, pero I have experience doing this, or pero I have studied this, or pero this is what I can do. Okay? Focus on what you can do for them. Wag mo lang sabihin na, ay, I don't know how to do that. No, parang very very negative yung dating. So you can say, I don't know that yet, but I'm willing to learn, and I know these other skills. Okay? Pero don't put fake information. Sige, taking notes down. How much yung standard fee? Well, I think I answered 5 to 20% usually. Red is forex trading considered as an online job, as a freelancing job. Depende, if you're doing it for another company, it can be considered a freelancing job. But if you're doing it for yourself, para kang professional trader, di ba ganun? So it's not, medyo iba yung classification. Di lang ikaw, kuya, mabagal talaga. Bakit wala akong marinig? If you can't hear anything, refresh. Pero if hindi ako marinig, then you couldn't hear that. Ang hirap mag-sign up dun sa free app. Dadaan ka sa screening process. Oo, may screening process yung free app. Kasi filtered yung mga freelancers nila. When they recommend, kasi what they do is they recommend you directly sa mga companies. And when they recommend, parang they do a screening process muna. Pero if you pass the screening process, ang kagandahan nun is they will recommend companies for you. Hindi ka masyadong maghahanap ng mga jobs. They'll be the ones to assign you. Ganun. Why is it hard to find a client in freelancing job? Christina Bonavente, why is it hard to find a client in freelancing jobs? Ang dami ko napitahan ng proposal, wala pa rin. What is the strategy po na ma-advise po ninyo? We're talking about that today, mga sa second half of this discussion. Pardon. Barat po sa OLJ. May mga nagbabahid ng malaki sa OLJ, ha? I know most of the time you see lower jobs sa OLJ, pero meron pa rin. And yes, on average, mas maliit yung offer sa OLJ. Pero I know some people who were able to get 30,000, 50,000 pesos a month na full-time jobs sa OLJ pa rin. Online jobs.ph. Makakuha din po ako ng certificate dito yung panonood ko. As long as nasubmit mo yung attendance sheet, Joanna. Sorry to hear that, Leslie. Your Upwork was deactivated. There are ways to get it back, pero it's a little bit complicated. Outsource leave, yeah. Part din yun. Pwede din yun. It's hard to pass Upwork, especially for a beginner. There are ways to get through Upwork. We teach it actually sa VA Bootcamp din. Parang fake it until you make it. Well, I'd still recommend you learn kahit yung basics of the skills, di ba? Wag mo sabihin, expert ako dyan, galing ko mag-drawing, di ba? I can't go to a client and say, sure, I can make a logo for you. Ang galing ko kayang gumawa ng mga logo, di ba? And I can't fake it until I make, kasi I don't know anything. Well, I can't do it. Talaga, wala akong skill dyan. Have you skipped Freelancer from your top? Why have you skipped Freelancer.com from your top 4? Masyadong complicated yung, di ba, may mga fees to take tests and things. For newbies, it could be a little complicated. Pero it's actually a major freelancing platform din. Yung freelancer.com, yung guru.com din. So it's not here, pero freelancer.com, guru.com, those are major platforms na rin. Ang daming questions. I might not be able to answer all of them kasi we're supposed to end at 8. The 20% interested to enroll, great. We'd love to have you. Send us a message sa page. Dami na need ko pa malalaman. Yeah, we'll talk about this today, how you can make yourself stand out. Yes, it's an advantage. May experience ka sa hotel. Adidas, you have an experience sa hotel. You can use that. I'll just answer the questions quickly. Videos. Okay, computer technician, how do you get a job? We're talking about that today. Kakasend lang sa akin ng Upwork. If you got declined sa Upwork, may reason naman dun. If you got deactivated sa Upwork, may reason naman dun kung bakit nangyari yun. There will be a replay for this. Also, don't worry, for those that have unstable internet, there will be a replay for this as well. Okay. Sorry, I skipped a few of the questions because we'll be short on time, and we will get to the bulk of the discussion. Sige. Okay, so just outlining the process of new online platforms. Okay, just outlining the process over here. So first of all, the client creates a profile of their company profile. Tapos a freelancer also creates a profile. Parang yung resume na we talked about earlier. A client will then create a job. They'll say, okay, this is what I need. The freelancer, they'll look for jobs. They'll do a search for jobs, and then they will apply to a specific job. Okay. Usually multiple freelancers apply to one job, the client reviews the applicants' profiles and cover letters. They interview applicants and then they hire applicants. Okay, so this is parang the process between the client and the freelancer and how they come together and then start working with one another. All right. Okay. So the second place where you can find the online freelancing jobs is with direct clients. So we have freelancing platforms, and second is direct clients. When you're working with direct clients, usually you're working for a specific client or company without a third party. So walang bridge. There's no one to bridge. There's no one to provide yung additional services. Walang matchmaker. There are no special features, and there are no additional fees in between. Here, it's riskier. Diba? Kasi you don't know where to find the clients. Usually, lalapitan mo yung clients. You ask, hey, do you have anything for me? You do a sales pitch to them. Parang ganun. And usually higher yung earnings. Okay? Nakalimutan ko yung word na earnings. Usually higher yung earnings since there's no competition. Pero it's riskier than going with a freelancing platform kasi wala kang protection. You're not sure if they need a freelancer. Diba? Ganun. If comparing it to real life, parang like when a guy just approaches a girl and says, "Hey, do you need a boyfriend?" Parang ganun. And then the girl here in this picture, you see the girl is just saying no. So something like that. Direct clients. You approach a client or a company directly, seeing if they need your help or doing a sales pitch to them, wanting them to hire you. Okay. We already went over some questions earlier, so we'll stop again later for questions. So ikaw, now that we went over online freelancing platforms, tapos direct clients, bakit baliktad yung direct? With direct clients, which one do you want to use as a beginner? Platforms or direct? Ikaw, if I was to ask you, what do you think is better for you? And most of you guys watching are beginners. That's why you're watching this. What would you use? Platforms or direct ba sa clients? Legit bang next job finder? I'm not sure. I haven't heard of that before. Can I switch from VA to graphic design? Yes, you can. You can switch from VA to graphic design. Usually make a slowly switch. May possibility magstart sa bookkeeping? Yes, accounting graduate, very good. You know bookkeeping, you know QuickBooks, very good. And we'll talk about how you can stand out later in this discussion. We're almost there. Slowly but surely, pala motto ko dito. Super dami ko pa talaga i-research and i-learn. And that's how it is, diba? When you do something new, may learning curve talaga yan. May learning curve talaga yan. Para pa sa mga finance, madali ba maghanap ng freelance job? Depende. Baka you want to be a bookkeeper kasi maraming naghanap ng bookkeeper. Baka you want to explore other skills. Agay for platform, pero if mabait si client, i-direct ko na. May style yun. Platform muna, tapos if the relationship is good, direct, para wala ng fees. Style yun sa mga experienced. Platforms, good, yeah. Platforms usually kasi may protection, may features, and you know for sure na the companies are looking to hire freelancers. Can you also get direct clients in an online job platforms? Depende if they want to hire you outside of the platforms. Pwede din yun. As a beginner. And yes, as a beginner, we always recommend na start ka muna sa mga platforms. Even though your earnings are less. Diba? Kasi bago ka pa lang eh. Even though your earnings are less, start ka muna sa mga platforms before ka mag-proceed sa direct clients. This is what we always recommend for people. Kasi some people, kahit bago pa lang, they try to go direct. And it's a lot more difficult kasi ikaw ang lalapit mismo sa mga clients, you have to do a sales pitch, you have to convince them to hire you. It's a lot harder. Ayan, platforms. Yeah, yep. Reklamo sa internet. All of my clients are direct. Wow, galing, Lizelle. Pero want ko, pero matry ang platform. Yeah, you can try platform. If you have experience sa direct, it'll be easier for you to transition sa mga platform. Okay. All right. So now we're going on to answer the next question. Is it really getting competitive online? Is it really getting competitive? And ito yung reklamo sa a lot of freelancers. Nahirapan sila. And I saw a lot of people mention earlier na mahirap pumasok as a newbie kasi ang dami ng freelancers nowadays. Well, if we look, this is the growth of e-commerce businesses. I'm just using this as an example. Pero this is the growth of e-commerce businesses from 2014 tapos estimated to 2021. Right now, we're in 2018. E-commerce business 2.8 billion. Tingnan mo. If you can see this is sales in billion US dollars. Okay, billion US dollars. So ito is 2.8 trillion. Okay, not million, not billion, pero 2.8 trillion dollars. That's a lot of transactions online. And as we can see, by 2021, yung estimates is there will be 4.8 billion dollar in parang exchange online, bought and sold online sa mga e-commerce businesses. So as you can see here, so many more people are going online. Even sa Pilipinas, diba? We see there's Lazada, there's Shopee, and 2 years ago, or kahit last year, parang it was very new. 2 years ago, parang wala pa yun eh. They were starting, pero nobody really used Lazada, nobody really used Shopee. Pero right now, at least sa Cebu ha, ewan ko saan sa Metro Manila. Pero right now, parang everybody's using it. I always go on Lazada and buy things. Kasi you just click pay, click buy, di ba? And then pagdating sa item, may cash on delivery pala, you actually pay money. Pero it's so many more people are going online, and we can see yung growth pataas ng pataas. So what this means, how does this affect you? What I'm trying to show you here is that as the amount of dollars or even pesos being exchanged online grows, more and more people are starting online businesses. Even sa mga kilala natin, di ba? Ang dami na nag-start ng online business. And these businesses, and lalo pa in the Western countries, sa US, sa Europe, sa Canada, sa Australia, lalo pa dun, the growth is continues to go up. So more and more people are starting online businesses. That means that more and more people are gonna be hiring pa. More and more people are hiring. Pero as demand grows, so does supply, right? So so even in the online freelancing world, before we didn't really hear about it. Pero right now, so many people are talking about online freelancing. Nasa TV Patrol, nasa GMA, it's already discussed there. The supply also grows. So marami pa rin pumapasok sa online freelancing. Online businesses keep growing. And online freelancing keeps growing. Okay, so there's a constant demand. The demand keeps growing, pero freelancing keeps growing. So yes, it is getting very competitive. And as freelancers, you have to stand out. We have to stand out from the others. We have to stand out from other people. Because when you're applying for a job, there are 10, 20 other people applying for the same job. So you have to stand out. If you want to succeed in this world, if you want to be able to get hired, you have to stand out compared to others. Just looking here. Lazada, even my workmate, ang daming like nowadays, pero 2 years ago, parang wala pa yun eh. Trending talaga ang freelance. Yes, trending talaga. That's why you really have to stand out. Sorry, nahawa ko. Okay. Oh, so why do we have two pictures here? Okay, so I know most of the people here are girls. I did a study. 3/4 of the people who watch the videos are girls. That's why we have two good-looking guys here. And I'll ask you this, okay? Well, this is for fun. Who would you choose? Would you choose Juan? It's Juan and Pedro, okay? Juan is the guy on top, Pedro is the guy at the bottom. Would you choose Juan or Pedro? So, don't answer muna. We have my distinctions. Would you choose Juan, who is entertaining, who is funny, who is nakakakilig, and who buys you gifts? Or would you choose Pedro, who is quiet, who is walang sasabihin, who is shy, and who is torpe, and walang gagawin? So between these two guys, who would you choose? Juan or Pedro? And this is for the girl. Mga guys who are watching, you can also choose. I won't judge you if you choose Juan or Pedro. Pero most of the people watching are girls. So who would you choose? Who would you choose, Juan or Pedro? I'll just quickly answer this. Juan, wow, mga Juan. Okay. Choose Jason, grabe naman. Juan, funny guys. Diba? Of course, most people here would choose Juan. Like, I'd say 90% would choose Juan. But, di mo alam na may secret pala. Juan is not bading, okay? Pero, Juan, deep inside, rude pala si Juan. He's arrogant pala. He's aggressive. He's impatient. And he is talkative. Pero, he's rude, arrogant, aggressive, and impatient. Si Pedro naman, even though diba, he was shy, very quiet, torpe, walang gagawin, he's kind, he's friendly, he's quiet, he's hardworking, and he's very sweet. Diba? So, now that you know, now that you know this, diba, you would definitely, mga Pedro na. Now that you know this, you would choose Pedro. So, why am I discussing this? Why, yung mga lalaki doon are asking, ano ba to? Why are we discussing this? Because if you just look at Juan and Pedro and yung pinapakita nila sa'yo, you would choose Juan, diba? You wouldn't be able to know all the good stuff about Pedro. Even though he's very nice, he's very kind, he's very friendly, he would never get a chance. He would never get a chance. He would never get a chance because no one would give him the attention. No one would give him a chance. He would never get a chance to prove to you na hardworking siya, na sweet siya, because you wouldn't give him a chance. And the lesson here, it won't matter how good or nice or experienced, skilled, kind, or even if you're so perfect, if you don't stand out, wala ka talaga ng chance. Wala ka talaga ng chance. Like Juan, he stands out. He's very good at selling himself. Diba? That's a skill. Selling himself. He's very good at that. Pero, ang dami niya negative qualities. Si Pedro, ang dami niya positive qualities. Pero he doesn't know how to stand out. He doesn't know how to sell himself. Change na kay Pedro. Don't judge the looks. Diba? Si Pedro parang boy next door. Si Juan parang cool guy. Walang gagawin. Ay, walang gagawin to make pangliligaw. Pedro na po, sir. Can I meet him? Don't just yun din. And ikaw, diba, if you're very skilled, if you're very nice, if you're very kind, you have to really find a way to stand out. We've seen kasi I'm sharing this with you because I've seen mga freelancers na ang galing magtrabaho. They do very good work, pero they don't know how to stand out. They're very quiet, they're very shy, they're very torpe. So the companies, the clients don't give them a chance. Because they don't know. They're like, you guys know, so Juan, I'll go with Juan because he's very talkative, very parang extroverted, diba? So, yeah, if you don't stand out, you don't get a chance to prove how good, how nice, how experienced, how skilled you are. So I just wanted to prove to you that you have to stand out. You really have to stand out. So the question today, right now, is how do you stand out? How do you stand out? Sige. So going over the process kanina, diba? I showed you this process earlier. And there are certain points in this process. There are certain points in this process where you can stand out. Most of you guys, or actually all of you, answered earlier that you would probably go with a platform rather than direct clients. And this is the process when you go through a freelancing platform. And here, and try to identify. There are certain parts where you can stand out here. And there are four. May prize kapag you can identify all four. All the four areas where you can stand out. All the four opportunities where you can stand out. Makes me think of my choices in life. Choices sa mga lalaki ba yun? Or choices sa ano? Sige. Yes, you can watch the replay. This replay will be, as usual, it will be running until Sunday. So this video will be available until Sunday. Like Chris, who just tuned in right now, you can tune in until Sunday. So you're 4. If you can identify the 4 before we go to the next slide, may prize kayo. Walang prize. Walang mananalo nito. See, where you can stand out. There are 4 areas. The first is with your cover letters or with your proposals. Ito yung mga application letter or cover letters or proposals. This is one strong area where you can stand out. Okay. Second is with the profiles. Okay, with yung resumes, with yung profiles. This is another area where you can stand out. Third is with the interview. Leslie almost got there. Third is with the interview. Kasi yung reviews kasama yun sa profiles. Third is with the interview. You can stand out within the interview. And fourth, you can stand out when you're doing the actual job. Okay, now, here I'm going to focus more on cover letters and profiles. Well, we only have 20 minutes left. So I'm going to focus on cover letters and cover letters and profiles. Yung interview, and so interviews, we have blog posts about preparing for interviews, and yung actual job. What I mean by actual job here is when you're doing the job, you should impress the client. You should give your best so that the client will hire you again in the future. They will recommend you to other business owner friends. Okay, so it's because a lot of people, they just impress kapag cover letter, profile, interview lang. When they do the actual job, ano pala, rude pala, arrogant pala, lazy pala. So it's very important to also stand out when you're doing the job. Okay, otherwise you're gonna lose the job naman. Okay, so first and foremost, first let's go over yung profiles. Okay, first let's go over profiles. Okay, so this is an example of a profile on the freelancing platform Upwork. Okay, so and in profiles I have several tips for you. Okay, several tips for you to be able to stand out in profiles. First of all, have a good picture. Kanina we saw Juan and Pedro, and parang you immediately get, for most of you, and most of you are women, for most of you, you immediately parang got attracted sa features ni Juan, di ba? Parang ang cool tignan. And even though you're not trying to make pangligaw yung clients, you still want to capture attention. So have a good picture. Meron akong nakita mga picture na parang nasa bed lang and selfie lang, and it looks very unprofessional. So have a good picture. You want to have a professional picture, and you want to be smiling. I remember looking through profiles because I also hire on Upwork, and iba naka-frown, parang unserious, parang nakakatakot. So you want to have a good picture. You want to be smiling in the picture. It should have good lighting, and you should look professional. Okay. Next is it should have good writing. Nakaka-turn off talaga when you look at a profile, when you look at, di ba, para tong resume. When you look at a resume or when you look at a profile, and wrong grammar. Di ba? And you don't want to have wrong grammar, wrong punctuation, so you should have good writing. There are other pointers din for good writing. We talk about certain ways to write profiles in our VA bootcamp, pero it should have good writing. Okay, you want to go over it over and over again. And what we tell our students is you want to spend a lot of time here, okay, creating a profile. Kasi yung iba naman, parang they just create the profile, parang 10 minutes lang, hindi na seryosohin. You should take this very seriously. because this might spell the difference between you being successful in freelancing and you not being successful in freelancing. Sige. Have another here is have skills that clients need. I remember earlier somebody asked like, what? Don't worry, there are replays for this for those that are having internet issues. May replay naman until Sunday. Now, for those somebody asked earlier, parang if I don't have skills, paano ba yun? Well, you can study the different skills that clients need. Okay, you can learn different skills, and it's not that hard. It's not that hard to learn some basic skills. It might take you a few weeks. It might take you a month, but have some skills that clients need in your profile. You can't say na, sir, go just kahit anong ipapagawa mo sa akin, I'll do it. You can't do that. Okay, you can't do that. Here in this example, this person is business writer for programming, so they have certain skills. Web developer, they have certain skills that companies, that clients are looking for. Even if basic pa lang, even if beginner skills, you should have some basic skills. Sige. Next, have proof that you can do the work. Okay, have proof that you can do the work. So it's different kung sasabihin mo lang na, okay, I have the skills. I have these specific skills. Pero what's the proof? What's the proof that you have the skills? What's the proof that you can do the work? That's in a portfolio or sample work. And as we talked about last week, even if you have a portfolio na sample lang, na you didn't actually do it for a company, but it shows na kaya mo gawin ang trabaho. Like in our example, we talked about a wedding photographer. Kahit wala pa siyang wedding na shoot, he can just ask his friends to, oy, magsuot ka naman ng formal, I'll take a picture of you so I can show potential clients what I can do. Okay, so have sample work. And over here, I'm not sure if you can see this. This is a portfolio of one of our graduates sa bootcamp, and because we show them how to create portfolio items, ganun. And ang daming portfolio items here because you want to show clients na, I'm not sure if you can read it, but it says like social media management. I know how to do social media management, and ito yung proof. Ito yung proof. I can actually show you. I'm not just making bola, diba? I'm not just saying that, but I can actually show you that I know how to do the work. Another way is if you have previous jobs. Like somebody asked earlier na they're a bookkeeper, and if they can offer yung bookkeeping services online, like yung QuickBooks online. Yes, if you have previous jobs na related sa skills or sa services that you're offering, that's very good as well. Okay, so portfolio and previous jobs. So good picture, good writing, and yung good writing, I know that's very vague. We can get into detail. I think we spent several hours talking about this at bootcamp. It's a very summarized version lang to, ha? Have skills that client need and have proof. Not just say that I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, but have proof that you can actually do the work for them. Sige, I'll stop here for questions as well. Yung basic skills, we talked about it last week, because I don't want to go over it again, but we talked about yung basic skills that you can offer to clients. We talked about it last week, Yumi. If you attended all 4 sessions, then we'll send you yung summary, and that'll be part of it as well. We talked about transcription, office applications, email management, and if you go on the vabootcamp.ph, Yumi, you can see then yung parang the basic skills that we teach, and those are usually the basic skills we recommend. Even if you don't enroll sa bootcamp, those are still the skills na we recommend yung mga new freelancers to learn. Social media management, website updates, email management, office applications, internet research, e-commerce management. Those are all, it's all, go to vabootcamp.ph and then you'll see a list of the different skills. Paano pala ayusin yung portfolio? Well, just make it organized naman, na hindi masakit sa mata. That's what I'll tell you right now. I won't get too much into detail, pero try to keep it organized. Paano po, sir, kapag email management, how to make a sample po nun? So you can show them that you know how to use the different features sa emails. Ang daming features sa emails. You show a screenshot that you know how to use the different features. have a strong portfolio, make screenshots of and video. Yes, video din pala. Yeah, I said screenshots, but you can also make video. Now sample, so you can show them this is my work. Mr. Potential Client, this is the work that I've done. Ayun, thank you, Holly. How to write effective cover letters. There's also our blog post and yung cover letters din. Yung sa picture dapat pang ID talaga, no? Hindi naman dapat pang ID kasi yung ID parang seryoso, di ba? Like yung passport photo is ganun, di ba? Parang you wanna have it professional and good, kind of good. So pwede studio, parang may angle pa ganun, pero hindi naman, it still should be professional. You should be smiling and it should be looking good. How to make a profile, katulad lang ba po ba ng, para siyang resume pa rin. It's very similar to a resume. And just follow the tips here. If you're taking notes or if you're gonna watch the replay, balikan mo lang yun. I won't go over it again kasi we only have 10 minutes left. How about a blog? Blog can also be helpful to show that how, for example, you know how to set up a website, you know how to do writing. A blog can also be very helpful to show the client, oh, Mr. Client, I set up a website, this is the website that I set up, or I know how to do writing, this is, parang sample work mo, you can put it on your website then, or your blog then. Alright, so next, how to write a cover letter. So we'll show you just the steps on how to write a cover letter. For example, I'm going to show you Upwork kasi yung Upwork yung pinaka-popular na freelancing platform. So once you create yung profile mo and you create yung profile using these tips that I gave, once you create your profile, you can start finding work. You can start looking for jobs. So may search, may laser pointer ba ako dito? Wala pala. So as you can see, search for jobs, find jobs. You can just type something there, let's say virtual assistant. And then, I won't go over each of these here, pero you will see, outbound telemarketing customer service, a personal assistant is needed now, sending consulting and implementation. You will see different jobs there. You'll see different jobs here. And then you can click on any of these jobs to see the details of the job. On top, you see the name, the title of the job title, the category, whether it's hourly, how many hours, tapos what level of freelancer the company is looking for, and then the details of the job. So on the same page, you will also see a button to submit a proposal. Itong proposal, para siyang application letter and para siyang cover letter. Okay? Para siyang application letter, para siyang cover letter. When you click on that, it'll ask you what your hourly rate is. So what your hourly rate is, that's how much you'll be earning every hour. Okay. In yung mga students sa bootcamp, we always recommend to start at $5 per hour kasi they already have skills, they already have portfolio. Marami na start sa $3 per hour, pero yun nga, sa bootcamp, we tell them to start at $5 per hour kasi may learnings na sila and may pinag-aralan sila. So $5 per hour is a good rate to start. And then dito sa baba, you have your cover letter and attachments. Okay, so the cover letter and attachments, I'll show you a sample of a cover letter, but yung attachments here, you can attach sample work din. Or you can also say in your cover letter na you have sample work that you can give them. Okay, but yeah, usually attachments, binibigay dun is sample work na some examples of work you've done is similar. Okay, so here's an example of a cover letter. It's for this job here. Okay. And you can pause this if you're watching the replay. You can pause this video if you want to go over it in detail, because I won't really go over this in detail. We only have a short amount of time. If you're a student of bootcamp, you'll see this. We spent several hours talking about yung perfect way to write a cover. Well, hindi naman perfect, pero iba't ibang way to write a cover letter. What I'll tell you though, there are many different ways to write cover letters. There are many different methods to write cover letters. Many different styles. Other people write short cover letters. Other people write long cover letters. Iba't ibang style writing cover letters. Okay, but this is just one example. Okay, so as an office administrator with 5 years experience, I am highly proficient in internet research, social media management, lead generation, etc. And this is yung parang recommended namin sa students namin sa bootcamp kasi we teach yung internet research, social media management, and so on. I learn things quickly and enjoy exploring online strategies that help my clients reach their goals, especially through social media. I can also connect with people through writing engaging posts. I'd love to learn a little bit more about your business. Looking forward to hearing from you. So this is just one example of a cover letter. Okay, once again, you might disagree with yung style here. Some people might disagree, some people might agree. Pero we've seen this style of a cover letter work, and we dive into yung specific strategies talaga in the VA bootcamp. Okay, so once again, there are different styles, but what I will share with you are some common mistakes. Because these are very common mistakes that we see sa mga cover letters. So, so number one is reusing the same cover letter. And these are screenshots from Juan's cell phone, diba? Kasi Juan's arrogant and mayabang, and he's very... Basta, these are screenshots from his cell phone. He said, Anna, good morning, lab, nag-breakfast ka na? He said, Krista, he said, Mel, good morning, lab, nag-breakfast ka na? Krista, same, ulit-ulit, copy-paste. And this is just parang a funny example of yung mga playboy. They actually do this. But kahit sa mga freelancers, they do the same thing. We see freelancers who just write parang very generic yung cover letter, very generic yung proposal or yung application. And as a client, kasi we hire people as well, as a client, we can tell when very generic yung cover letter. Kahit sa mga babae, sometimes parang you can feel na nangloloko yung lalaki. I don't know, hugot. May hugot. And I don't have that experience, diba? Pero a lot of... And I have female friends, diba? I have friends na babae, and parang nafe-feel nila na nangloloko ata to because parang very generic. Parang itong message na to, suspicious to very generic. And you can feel that. And yung clients, the companies, when copy-paste ka lang, and it's not personal, you're not making an effort to make yung cover letters mo very personal, very specific, nafe-feel yun ng client. And one way you can stand out is by making very personalized cover letters. Okay, very personalized application letters na alam ni client na you really wrote it for them. Kasi this number one mistake, this is really number one. Kasi when I post a job on Upwork, a lot of the times we get, let's say, 20 applicants for the same job. 15 of the applicants are using very generic cover letters. Parang ganito lang, parang copy-paste lang. And then yung 5 are the ones that make it personal. Yung 15 automatic eliminate agad. And then we choose from the remaining 5 who personalize it really. Let's say here, pwede ba magawa na ako ng WordPress site ko para portfolio and cover letter para sa chance makaget ng client? You cover letter, make your own, of course, very specific like we're saying here. But yes, I'd say you can have a WordPress site to show your portfolio, to show your different what you can do in portfolio. Jane, yes, you can use your work experience and portfolio as a beginner in freelancing. We have a lot of students na call center galing, and then they start, yung pinag-uunan nilang trabaho is related sa calls pa rin. Okay, okay lang to use Dropbox when sharing files with the client. But usually, if your portfolio, usually upload it sa platform or lagay mo sa profile mo or attach mo sa cover letter rather than links. Okay, you have the client click pa naman. Parang you're giving them work to do. Yes, you can sign up for the replay. It's until attendance will be until Sunday. Okay. Other questions? I'm not going over all the questions here. Yeah, pag copy paste, malalaman nila yun. A lot of people don't realize it, pero malalaman talaga. Sariling sikap. Okay. Second mistake is being overly formal. Being very formal. Parang, sir, ma'am, sir, I would be delighted to help you, sir, ma'am, sir. Parang yung nasa SM when you walk by and they're very formal. Parang, it feels very weird. But we've seen cover letters. I hire people on Upwork and I know companies that hire din. And then parang yung mga cover letters ng iba is like, sir, because, parang very formal. Be natural. Okay? Be natural. And I know sa Pilipinas kasi yung culture natin is when we're applying for jobs, sobrang formal. Pero in most Western countries, parang very casual sila. Very, very. And if you watch yung American TV shows, makikita mo to. When people work in an office, it's very, very casual yung dating. Hindi yung pa-formal. It's very casual compared to our culture here sa Pilipinas and sa Asia in general. I've also actually worked like in Singapore, very formal. Pero compared to the West, US, Europe, Canada, ganun, very, very casual sila. So don't be formal, be natural. Yung iba kasi trying hard. Parang they use very complicated words. It would be, parang, I implore you to, parang, ano ba yung nosebleed talaga yung mga words na yun. And use normal conversation lang. Okay, use normal conversation. Don't be overly formal. Third is sharing yung life story. Okay, so, and this happens. It's funny, but it happens. I've received a cover letter like this. Of course, I changed some details to protect the identity of the person who wrote this cover letter. Pero we've received cover letters like this. Isipin mo, application letter, ganito yun na. Hi, my name is Martha. I graduated from a degree in BS Mathematics from the University of Cebu. Please hire me, sir. I'm pregnant and my boyfriend left me. I really need the money. Last month, my mother got sick and I had to buy her medicines. And then so on and so forth. So this is funny, but we see it. Okay, we see this actually happening. And when the client reads a letter like this, parang, what does this have to do with the work that you're gonna do for me? What does this have to do with a job? Okay, it happens. Usually, don't include mga irrelevant information. Okay, if yung information when you write a letter and you go over it, and if makita mo na yung ibang sentences or yung ibang phrases are not related to you finishing or completing the job well, tanggalin mo na. If it's unnecessary information, usually clients will ignore it and say, why should I care? Why does it matter? Does this matter to the job? Oh, may paawa effect talaga. We've received so many paawa effect na letters. Parang, oh, why? Diba? So, a portfolio, ay, nawala yung comments. Oh no. TMI talaga. It's funny, but we see it happen multiple, hindi lang one time, multiple times. That's why I included it here, because we see it multiple times. So the three common mistakes: reusing the same cover letters, copy paste, being formal, and using very big words, parang pretending pa-impress daw, pero trying hard. Next, sharing your life story. Too much information, and wala namang relation sa job or sa work mismo. Yung CV, yun ba yun yung resume? Parang ganun, parang profile yun. How about, for example, hi Miss Holly or Sir Jason? Ganun, di ba? And Gilamon's question, parang when they apply, hi Mr. Jason, usually ganun tayo sa Pilipinas. But in the West, it's hi Jason. Ganun lang. It's hi Jason, hi Holly, ganun. Hi Holly, I noticed that you need help with this. Hi Holly, I have 10 years of experience doing bookkeeping. Wala nang Mr. or Miss or Sir or Ma'am. Diretso na. That's how it usually is. Sir Jason, can we attach our training certificates on sending cover letters? We usually recommend, like kasi sa VA Bootcamp, we provide yung mga certificates. We usually recommend that you attach them sa portfolio mo. Unless it's very relevant sa job, then you can do it sa cover letters din. Yes, cover letter is like an application letter. Golden, I'm not sure. Before, it's either first name lang. Yeah, tama. It's either first name lang. Miss or Mr. like Mr. Dulay, ganun. It's usually, that's the normal formal. Pero, I'd say like 80% or 90% of the time, just use their first name. Just use their first name ka. Dapat, sir, sample ko ng no experience o kaya high school grad lang ng topic mo. This is really for beginners yung topic na to, ha. These common mistakes, these are done by beginners. So even if you have no experience, you can use this. Lay, for newbies after enrolling to your package, do we really need to start as a VA for starters when we apply jobs online? not necessarily. Yun yung recommendation namin. Pero some are able to start in specific areas or specific niches agad. And can we already apply kahit hindi pa namin natatapos yung training course? You can already apply. But we usually recommend na tapusin mo muna kasi there's a lot of good information. Diba when you apply for jobs, ito yung question, diba? Kasi we have yung course namin, yung VA Bootcamp, I'd say mga 15 hours ata. 15 hours of lessons, tapos may mga assignments pa, may mga quizzes pa. So it does take time kasi very detailed siya. And yung question ni Lay is, can I start applying kahit hindi pa natatapos yung course? You can, pero we recommend na tapusin mo. We recommend na tapusin mo. Kasi we want you, when you apply, you do it na, parang you give yung full effort mo na. We don't want you to make mistakes the first few times. You want na, when you start strong. You start strong. Even if you when you make mistakes, at least you started strong. Okay? That's why we recommend na you finish it muna. Okay, so just to recap this week's lessons. Okay, we're already 5 minutes past the time, but just to recap this week's lessons, we talked about where you can find online jobs. We can find them on the freelancing platforms and direct clients. Is it really getting competitive online? We showed you the growth of businesses, but the growth of jobs, the growth of people and freelancers is also continuous. So it is competitive and you have to stand out. How do you create a profile that stands out? Rewind mo na lang yung and we have some tips there. We go into more details in the bootcamp. We spend hours on that. How do you write cover letters? We showed you the step-by-step. And we showed you the common mistakes when writing a cover letter. Once again, these are parang yung very short, very brief discussions. And by the way, join our Facebook group. Here's the link to the Facebook group. Yeah, these are very brief discussions that we talked about. We go into detail in our VA bootcamp. We have step-by-step discussions, step-by-step and guided instructions in our VA bootcamp. Like I said, we have quizzes, we have activities, we have assignments for everyone to do to really make sure that you know the skills. Ito mga highlights lang to. We don't have a lot of time here, but we go into detail in our virtual assistant bootcamp. We teach you the skills that you need to learn. And I'll show you the skills, a list of skills later. We have a community to support you. So may mga coaches kami who really support you in your journey and guide you. Meron pang step-by-step. You get your questions answered. May Q&As kami every 2 weeks. And may Facebook group and chat group where we have yung mga coaches and support team answering questions. And yung mga graduates, yung mga successful graduates helping you out then. And that's over in vabootcamp.ph. Right now, it's not listed here, pero we have yung guidance and coaching na we're seeing a lot of success. It's called the Hustle Challenge. You might have heard of it. And for sure, may mga hustle challengers na nanood ka ngayon. We have a lot of success with it. We're very happy. But that's parang our coaching program. After you graduate, after tapusin mo yung course, yung videos and yung lessons, you have a coaching program to get you hired for your first job. Na you get feedback, you get guidance. It's very detailed, and we have coaches there helping you out. I'm not there personally, but we have mga coaches to guide you step by step. Okay, and that's over in vabootcamp.ph. These are the skills. Somebody asked earlier, ano yung mga skills na you can learn, and ano yung skills yung recommended for newbies. Ito yung skills na tinuturo namin sa VA Bootcamp. On top, we have itong data entry, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Itong 9 skills on top. We teach this in the accelerated package kasi may iba't ibang package. We teach this in the accelerated package, yung nasa baba, for the complete package. If you're a newbie, if bago ka pa lang sa freelancing, and you're still trying to learn, accelerated package ka muna. It's cheaper, and hindi ka ma-overwhelm sa dami ng information. So, and you're gonna learn data entry, transcription, email management, internet research, office application, social media management, schedule management, website updates, and e-commerce management, aside from yung details about how to create great profiles, how to create great cover letters. We spend hours talking about that. Oh yan, si Jamie, October Hustler. Yes, thank you. Represent yung October Hustle Challengers or Hustlers yung tawag sa kanila. Sige, let's see questions here. Oh, we have mga testimonials here. And I'm going to go over the questions right now. What skills will be taught? We that was a slide kanina, so I guess that question got answered. Medyo slow ulit. Grabe, it's been months na, no? Or 1 month. Are we getting certificates for all this training even we missed the same topic 1 and 2? You have to have complete attendance, sorry. But you're still learning a lot in these sessions. So advice po, ang ano po pwede sa mga beginners na skills, pagtuto una namin as a low profile. What we talked about earlier, those are what we recommend, even if you don't enroll, okay? Even if you don't enroll sa bootcamp, kasi may bayad yung bootcamp. If you don't enroll sa bootcamp and mag-YouTube video, mag-research kayo, mag-Google kayo, these are the same skills na we recommend for those that don't enroll. And these are the skills we teach sa mga nag-enroll. We have different packages. Punta ka lang sa website, vabootcamp.ph. How much? It starts at 2,990 pesos, by the way. How do I dress up my profile? Excellent. In Upwork, we covered that earlier. We covered some. If you're watching the replay or if you're late, Mina, rewind ka na lang to like 20 minutes ago. Thanks for the lecture. You're very welcome. Sana sa November 9, sir, extend ka pa ng isang oras. Nakakapagod actually. I'm very tired right now. I don't know if you can tell, pero very tired after 1 hour. May age limit bang virtual assistant? Walang age limit. Walang age limit. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll watch the replay. Yeah, you have until Sunday to watch it and to fill in the attendance sheet, which I'll show you. I'll give you the attendance sheet soon. Sir Jason, ask lang about sa platform to direct. Paano po pag ang client gusto ka na Skype, Franklin. Kailan po ulit mag-hustle challenge? I think we're doing one what the coaches mentioned. We might do one in November. We might actually do one in November, like the middle of November, not next week, pero late November or December. It's best to enroll sa VA Bootcamp for beginners like me. Thanks, Sir Jason. And you look nice. Thank you. Thank you for enrolling and thank you for the compliment. And looking forward to this after the free webinar course. There's a coaching program as you recommended. Yes, the VA Bootcamp. That includes yung coaching program. Ano po yung October Hustle Challenge? Yun ang guided na parang you get coaching and you get guidance going through getting your first job. Feb, how many months po yung course? Depende sa'yo. Self-paced siya. Once you enroll, you have 1 year to take the course. Pero most people, they can take it in 1 month. Okay? So parang may 1 year access ka, pero you can take it in 1 month. How much po ba yung para doon sa newbies na package? May 2,990, 2,990 nag-start. Installment yun, 3 payments. Thank you, Margie. May attendance. Yes, may attendance sheet. These are testimonials. I won't read them na anymore. You can pause if you want to read the testimonials. Okay, hindi next week pala. November 9, handling client interviews. We're going to answer the questions. How to prepare for interviews, power words, and scripts to appear confident. How to receive payments from online clients, common scams and how to avoid them, and what's next in your journey as a freelancer. So this is going to be November 9. Don't miss us next week. We're taking a holiday break kasi November 2, a lot of you are probably going to be on vacation, so you don't want to mess up your vacation. So November 9, we'll have this. This is going to be the final session, so we're going to be excited to see you on November 9. Don't forget to fill up the attendance sheet. The attendance sheet will be up until Sunday. Okay, it will be up until Sunday. vabootcamp.ph/FTF3. Okay, FTF3. If you can't read that properly, I think clear naman. FTF3. It's pretty clear in the Facebook video as well. All right, that's it for this week. I am very tired. I need to rest my voice then. Thank you guys so much for staying on. I hope you learned a lot today. I hope you learned a lot through these 3 weeks, and next week then you'll learn a lot as well. We have exciting things in store for you. Sunday, the courses are worth its price. Thank you. Sunday is the last day you can take the attendance, And then I'll see you November 9th. Don't wait next week. Don't wait on November 2. We'll see you on November 9th. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.